The very final episode of season 2, I actually had to cut out a joke because it started with someone saying something and be like, haha, it'd be funny if we kept on that, and had to cut it out. And then just abruptly cuts about 30 seconds because we did make that joke. And I was like, I'd rather not get demonetized what little money we're making on this.
What? How dare they? Well, welcome to the Average Adventuring Party podcast, where we learn to play tabletop RPGs one mistake at a time. Ha! I stole your thing! Wait.
Go on.
What? No, we are actually coming in for our first actual Prowlers and Paragons session. So, before we begin, I know it's been just a minute since I listened to the last introduction episode, but let's reintroduce our characters if y'all will.
I won't.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, you're dead. It was a good start.
I mean... wait a minute. No. I mean, he's right. I am dead.
Ha! Joke's on you. You just introduced him.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I'm playing Damien Turnbull, who is a ghost out of time and place and dimension. He's originally from the 70s, so he has no idea what's going on. Figured we'd get physical descriptions as they
become pertinent. All right. So Gary's over to my left. Right next to him, Ray. Who are you playing?
I am playing Paris Poppy, a vampire that mostly opens portals.
Okay. All right. The Paris Poppy, the portaler. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. And over on my right, we have Steve. Steve, who are you playing?
I'm playing Gregory Hawk, a.k.a. Psych-Out. He is a blind and very esoteric, eccentric telepath and telekinetic. Think Deadpool meets Daredevil meets Professor X.
All right. Crazy and fun.
So we'll just call him the Darepool.
Legit.
Professor Daredevil.
Yeah. All right. And over on my right, we have Steph. Steph, who are you playing?
I'm playing Marisol Flores, who is a teenager who just wanted to, get her video game design degree, and instead she's got this sentient magic artifact on her arm.
All right. Awesome.
Is she still getting her degree?
Yes.
Good for her. I mean, this is the 2000s, so that degree is going to be worthless, but...
Yeah, but...
Congratulations, you're $500,000 in debt.
So our setting right now, just to give you all a general time period, is we're early 2000s, say 05, somewhere around there. So we can make dated references from our, teenage years.
Joke's on you, I was going to do that anyway.
Okay.
So we begin. There is, you're actually in a white room. Each of y'all are in an individual cell. You are waking up and you are finding that there is 4 walls, a door. There's some things in your room that we'll explore here in a moment. But out through the windows lead into a hallway. And in this hallway, you see somebody tapping away.
No, I don't.
Psych-Out does not, in fact, see. You sense that there is somebody tapping away on a keyboard. This person looks like a giant man-shaped heron, a black heron. Y'all actually recognize this guy as Captain Starling, one of your evil villains that has foiled y'all time and time again. He's banging away on this. As y'all come to, y'all also hear an explosion, which is what brought y'all around. In this explosion, one of the doors across the hall from Gary over there, Damien, explodes, and y'all see 2 figures run out.
I don't see them.
Since 2 forms run out.
So are we talking about a keyboard like a computer keyboard or a keyboard musical?
It is a computer keyboard.
Okay.
It's a whole computer array.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is from the windows to the hall.
There is sweat. Yes, except for you. Unfortunately, you are dead.
Oh.
no sweat, no sight. So, that is where we
The two of
begin.
us don't have balls.
I was gonna say.
Yes, absolutely.
So, are they? Does it look like they've come from another cell, or are they coming in from something?
So the two that have run out at this point were coming from the cell. The explosion happened outward into the hallway. Smoke and debris blasted out into the hallway, and you see two figures running that way.
So, Damien, he's got, while he's unconscious, he's kind of like this blurry, shimmery figure,
Mhm.
no details,
Mm-hmm.
and you see him just like reach in a pocket and pull out this really big pair of aviator sunglasses and kind of shake them free.
Okay.
And as he puts them on, he just materializes. When he looks around, because he's kind of perpetually in a state of unconsciousness until something calls him forward. No idea where he's at. Is this room warded at all?
This room is not warded.
So he pulls out like a hand-rolled cigarette, puts it in his lips, puts his hands in his pockets, just strolls out into the hallway.
Correct. All right. At this point, what you see is a hallway extending down to the bank of computer and keyboard, and it just looks like a security checkpoint. You see the two figures running down the hallway, and you hear tapping on the keyboard, and then you hear cha-chong, 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 because security doors are starting to lock down.
Are we able to interact with the environment at all?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. You surely can.
So, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. We are in this hallway.
No,
we
he
are-
is in this hallway. Y'all are each in your individual cells.
But we can see through the window.
You can see through the window. You can see each other. Y'all don't know if you can hear each other right now.
So yeah, basically at any given point, I'll just kind of stroll down the hallway, away from the keyboards, and just start literally poking my head through doors.
As you come up to the security door that has chomped down the hallway, you find that has been warded. You are unable to phase through that.
What about these guys? Can I peek into their areas?
Of course, yes.
Can I go ahead and try to use telekinesis to open my cell door?
By all means, give it a shot.
Okay. Got a 4 in it, so... What am I rolling? Just 4?
Yep, rolling 4 dice.
I've got a 6 and a 2.
Okay, so that is actually 3 successes. Tell me, what are you trying to do?
So I'm trying to use my mental acuity to move the pins in the door to get them to hold until it releases, and then I can just nudge the door open in whichever direction it needs to open.
As you're trying to do that, you're managing to move the pins, but they feel very slick is the best way that you can tell it telepathically. Unfortunately, it doesn't open, but you can feel that something's happening. So right now you are still currently trapped. As you do that, though, you sense... Let me see. You sense there is something hidden in the drawer. And it seems like a clue was left for you.
V does not equal T. There's a circle around the V, just in case.
Leaving you somewhat perplexed. So, as you're in the hallway, you said the shades have you materialized, correct? Visible?
No.
Okay.
I can switch between visible or invisible.
Okay. Just saying where we're at. You ladies, as y'all wake up, there is a bed in each of your cells, as do the gentlemen's have. You see nothing happen from the ghost cell. You see somebody doing their psychic powers or telepathic powers unsuccessfully, and you wake up to an explosion inside of your room. So what would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna try to yell out to them and see if they can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Hello?
They cannot hear you. It is a soundproof room.
So I'm sitting there yelling and they're just looking.
There's no reaction.
There's no reaction to anybody? Okay. Then I would like to try to open a portal into the hallway that I could see, just like right out in front of my door.
Absolutely, roll a. Basically, you need 1 success.
Oh, now you've jinxed it.
I see it too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There is now a portal leading into the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna try to step through it.
Okay, absolutely.
Am I in the hallway?
You're in the hallway. As you step into the hallway, the heron up at the keyboard looks up, yells, "No! No!" And everything goes dark.
I can see in the dark.
Cool.
Same.
I don't need to see in the dark.
Okay, tough.
I'm gonna do that. I don't know how we're gonna get that across, but when I whip my hand in front of my face to remind you all that I am blind.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, every time Steve casts a power, he just goes da 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 da.
So I can see in the dark.
Yeah, just a reminder, since I think all of us have some sort of vision power.
Well, this is your chance to mention that.
Yes, so
While I'm talking about that.
astral for me, circular, lie detection, night vision, and true sight. Just since it's been a while since we've talked about character creation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, nothing has really changed.
Correct.
So, since the guy did that and went dark, is he still standing there?
No, he has begun to run.
Towards me? Or is it a different way?
No, he's going
A different way?
a different way. He's going down from where you're looking at. He's going down a left hallway.
Okay. So then I'm going to walk up to her door, her window, and try to talk to her.
Okay.
So, Marisol, can you hear me?
What do you look like?
Oh. I have short blonde hair. I look like a surfer dude.
Okay. All right.
But I am female.
Enough about what you look like in real life.
So
typical surfer dude.
A Surfer Dudette has just walked up to your cell.
With bikini?
No, I have the Miami Vice, the white suit jacket on and everything, with the black shirt.
Yep.
You know, not naming any names, but when I went to high school in the 2000s, I knew a guy who did dress like that.
I did too. So you see the Surfer Dudette just...
Back up a little bit. When that explosion went off, Marisol fell off that bed.
Okay.
And then got up and it was encased in this gold chase silver armor.
Okay.
That's clanking gently, and then when the lights went off, she tripped over something.
Okay.
So there's a lot of cutscenes in this room.
You don't actually see. You don't have dark vision of any.
I have astral sight and true sight.
Okay. Well, with true sight, you can see.
But I have to concentrate. But
Yeah.
There's nothing else happening, so I can do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, with your true sight, you see the Surfer Dudette mouthing at you vaguely.
Are you hiding what you are? It's apparent that you're a vampire. That's
I'm pale, but other than that, I don't.
With true sight, you
True sight,
sense
oh,
a mystical aura.
Yes.
I just wanted to know if you were obviously a vampire or not.
But we know each other, right? We fought together.
Yeah, y'all know each other.
Yeah.
Y'all are a team, in fact. So.
But I don't make it that obvious.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure Marisol freaked out when she first met you.
Yeah.
So you are locked in your room. Somebody is trying to speak to you. What are you doing, Marisol?
Indicating like I don't hear you, and then trying to find the door without falling over something else.
Fortunately, you fall into the door and you find a handle.
So just curious, on the outside, is there like a keypad or any sort of controls?
At the door that you're at, no, there is no keypad. It seems that it was all controlled from the console.
What about the cell doors?
The cell doors, you can't tell.
Hey, Damien.
Yes.
Can you come and stick your head in her door? And tell her what, hey, I don't know, tell her what's going on? See if maybe we can get her out?
Here, hold this. And he just hands you a cigarette.
Okay.
And basically, as soon as he takes his hand off of it, it just disappears. And pokes his head through Marisol's door.
Holy shit, we did not do that!
Well, I can't exactly help it. It's sort of...
Knock or something!
He just leans over and, like, hits the wall, and his hand goes through it.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
As he does that, you fall back, and your hand actually falls on this clue that seems to have been left in the room.
Okay, what? Okay, I got an N minus 6 equals D. That means absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a reason why you're poking your head through the door?
Oh, she wanted to talk to you. And just sort of gestures over his shoulder at, Paris, who's still just mouthing away, I assume.
Yes. I want to let her know that I can do a portal, but it has to be where I'm seeing, so she has to move.
Oh, why don't you step back just a...
Or I can try to pop the door.
Are you going to tell me that, though?
Since I have it. I can determine the physical, chemical, all those properties by touch.
Uh-huh.
What's this door made out of? Does it seem like something she could break?
It's possible, but it seems to be one of the materials that have been created in this world to actually restrain super abilitied individuals.
Okay.
So,
That was really good to try to, remove the area around the doorknob. But
by all means, try it.
Okay.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
Damien just kind of shrugged. Well, I suppose.
Are you going to let me know? So I don't try to create a portal?
I'm just going to step back out. That way. That way. Just one more step.
Okay.
Just basically getting you away from the front of the door.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna on this armor. I'm gonna pop some claws on the
Uh-huh.
on the right hand.
So use your Omni power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 6.
What did that clue of yours say, Steph? Or can I see it?
N minus 6 equals D, and the N is circled.
Okay. Oh wow.
So who had true sight? You had true sight, and
I
she
did.
had true sight. Okay.
Okay, I've got 3 6s and a 2.
Wow.
So that is 7
8.
successes.
You managed to pop the
I basically-
the door lock. It just you tell me exactly how it happens.
So I popped some claws on one of these gauntlets on this armor. Just
I'll
pretty
explain
much
it in a second.
All three? Or
put my hand around the doorknob, or the locking mechanism would be. It's kind of like how when you, in action movies where they just take a gun, just shoot the doorknob.
Uh-huh.
It's basically that, making a circle around there and just popping that off so the door opens. It's no longer locked because there's no longer a locking mechanism.
4 or Y?
Why? Sorry, my terrible handwriting. So as you do that, the door just breaks open, and the individual, as you walk out, the individuals with true sight see a kind of spectral letters painted above your door sill. You can actually see it over the cell that Gary was in as well as yours.
Just those 2 cells?
Well, that's
At the moment?
the currently, yes.
Okay. So, why don't you guys work on getting Gregory out, and I'm going to walk down to the computer, to the keyboard, and with my hypersensitive touch thingy, I'm going to try to sense where the guy was touching to turn the lights off.
Oh, that's fantastic. So so that's
perception.
okay. I was like, that should be a perception. If you need
I need
any.
one more. Thank you.
Oh. So where is Gregory anyway? I'm asking them, not you.
Oh, I think he's over there, perhaps. I get the mad scientist vibe out of this place. It's all very samey.
And creepy.
I've had worse.
Tell me.
So I got 7 successes, and so I can kind of still feel a little bit of a vibration aura from where he was tapping, and I'm turning the lights back on.
Yep, lights come back on.
Dear God, that's bright.
Just trying to help.
I know, but it's still bright.
You still can't see. It's still dark.
I'm going to go ahead and reach out with my mind link.
Uh-huh.
And do I need a roll for that, or is it just something I can do? Because it's not terribly.
No, I'll give that one to you.
Okay. So you all just hear Uri's voice in your head is, I appear to be having some problems with this lock.
Well, give me a second, I'll see what I can do about that. And you're also through your mind, you kind of get the impression of something waving very, very happily at you. Yeah, Darwin, we found your buddy.
Hi, Darwin.
More bad jokes later.
As you're reaching out, you find another oddity within your room hidden under a cup.
What is the shape of this oddity?
It's actually written on the bottom of the cup. It's engraved on the cup. So
It's your... No.
It's engraved, so I can run my...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your finger across it, yes.
So I've got A. Hey, what does anyone know what A equals 1 is not equal to I means?
No, but I found a weird thing in my room too. And I'm going to try to pop his lock too.
All
Same what I
right.
did with mine.
Same thing.
Is that a euphemism?
Super hit.
Do I see this part too, or is that...
No, that's just my reference.
Okay.
And that's actually a 1.
A equals 1 is not equal to circled 1.
I got 2 2s.
2 2s. This
Which one
time
is it?
you do not pop the lock quite as... Say what?
A equals 1
1 does not equal circle 1.
is not equal to circle 1.
Pretty sure everything else I rolled was a 5 or a 3.
So while they're doing that, you said there were these symbols up above the doors.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what mine are. What are the symbols above the other doors?
That is the one that is was above Steph's room.
Hold on.
No, above Ray's. This one was above Steve's. And this one was above the exploded room.
Sorry if you hear click, 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 click. Our clues are handed to us on...
Popsicle sticks. I have a high production value, guys.
I don't.
Yeah, no.
You said
Steve.
this one was Steve?
Yes.
Hey, Steve.
Gregory.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You prefer going by Gregory or your...
Greg.
Greg. Okay.
Greg. All right.
Or your...
That was above Greg's door.
And the last one.
Probably
It was above
Code
the
name.
exploded room.
Psych-Out. Okay.
just don't call him by his dead name. It's not a joke.
No, the thing we don't know.
And then what was above Marisol's room?
I'm not game mastering. Why am I taking up so much table space?
Uh-huh.
Same reason Steve is. Don't just do.
All right.
Yeah.
They are laying out clues on the table that were written in a spectral script above each door. Which, as you, Damien, know, it is not often that you see somebody writing in spectral script.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see dead people and be able to write to a dead people audience.
N minus 6 equals D, but the N is circled, so maybe N circled is 10? I don't know. These spectral writings are very, very vague. I don't even know what these represent. None of these are matching up. What you're saying is above. What I sense is above the doors from your from our psychic link. Damien.
The clue has led to Wipe C. Wipe C, see Lexi.
Did we still manage to get?
Oh, it looks like we have sex.
Sexy.
Ooh, sexy eye.
Sexy?
Somehow I
Wipe
knew.
sexy.
Whenever I saw X and S in my puzzle, I was like, how long will it take?
Wipe
Didn't take
sexy
very long.
clip.
Well, that was the answer, guys. Congratulations.
So I would actually like to start. These guys have kind of. We know for a fact we're not going to catch up with Captain Starling because he's kind of booked it, and they're still working on getting Psych-Out out. And I know these two, Marisol and Porter, have found clues in their room. So I'm going to take a step back into my room.
Okay.
I have not.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't
No, it was just those.
No, those two. But they did turn up with clues. All right. Give me a let's see, an investigation roll or a perception roll. Either way.
You fool.
What? A detective would be good at a puzzle?
There's a 6.
Oh, I see. A couple of sexes.
I got a 6, 6, and a 6, which is appropriate.
Yes.
So that was a 4, so I got 8.
All right. Well, what you find is actually Damien Turnbull finds both the clues that have been hidden in his room, and as he's going through, literally going through the room and floating through the objects, he actually slips slightly below the floor, and he finds with that many successes, an additional clue.
I equals 23.
A does not equal A circled.
Does anyone have a solid intelligence score?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As y'all are trying to piece together these clues, they're actively working on what seems to be a cipher of some sort. Y'all can make an intelligence roll.
Let's put our minds together.
Literally.
Did we get him out yet?
No, y'all have not gotten him out
yet.
But he is in link with y'all, so he knows everything. He's seeing everything.
Yes, we are mind linked.
Yes.
I would like to make an intellect roll, and while my mind is challenged with everyone else, I would like to try to use everyone's computational powers together.
Okay. So, what this would be the aid action. So you can add 2 dice for each of them. They don't even have to spend anything. Normally it'd be an action, but this isn't combat, so I'm just going to give you a chance to...
Toss a lot of dice.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. You're looking at the patterns, and you're fairly certain that the colors matter of the letters. Now, for the listeners, each of the letters are written in different colors. There's likely... that plays a large part in figuring out this puzzle.
And the clues here are also in colors. Does that matter? Does that seem to matter?
No, the clues.
Okay.
The only one that mattered was the red clue, which was the one that would have been hardest to find.
Okay. So you got PEP, SYC, LXI, IEV, WEIQ.
Well, I can't spell anything naughty about those.
We got licks.
Sick licks.
Sick licks. Or Pepsi clicks. That's right. You heard us, Pepsi. Please go ahead and monetize.
Yes, I have one right now. Here.
Yeah.
So hearing all of them in my mind go through that they all got clues in their rooms or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is my portal still open?
Your portal is still open.
I'm gonna go back through it and look around in my room.
Okay, making an investigation or a perception roll, whichever is
Your perception, because that's better.
you so desire.
1, 2. I got 2 successes.
Well, that's what we're looking for. So you'll get a clue.
Okay. So I got Z circled plus 18 equals N.
Z circled.
Plus 18 equals N.
And if y'all need any points of reference, there are the alphabet tiles there. If
They don't have numbers on them.
they don't have numbers on them.
But let's check the colors. The colors don't seem to match 100%, so let's see. I draw red.
As we see them poring over this in their thoughts, describe what is Damien doing over there? He's working.
So it's still completely dark in these rooms, right?
No, let's
No,
not.
turn the lights
Oh,
on.
turn the lights on.
Yes.
Yeah, you just see him. He's got one of those really cool, like, Easy Rider style frilly brown leather jackets.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's just pacing back and forth, he just reaches up one of his sleeves and pulls out a thing of old Marlboro cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, pops one in his mouth and is going back and forth in between the rooms, just looking at these various clues that have been written down.
Y'all smell the faint hint of tobacco, just barely.
So, hey, Damien,
Yes.
do you got more out of your cell than I got out of mine? Don't you have some sort of sight or something? Can you come look in my room and see if you see more than I saw?
Well, I suppose.
By all means. I'll go ahead and give you that one. Let's see, you were 2. What was that clue?
N does not equal circled X.
No. There you go.
No, you. I write N's that way, so.
So what's that say?
So circled X does not equal U.
Yeah, because he wrote his N like this. That's how I knew.
Oh.
All right.
I'm going to try to lockpick.
Okay,
Greg.
awesome.
Sorry, Greg.
she's sitting here focusing on the sight coming from the ghost and Psych-Out sitting here like,
It's okay. I have lots of time to be alone
here
with
we
my
go.
thoughts and share my thoughts with all of you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that thought. Ooh, sorry about that one.
Stop. I have to do that anyway.
Not sorry about that one.
I hate you. Okay, I've got 2 6s and 2 4s.
So that's going to be 6 successes. Absolutely,
Cool.
Tell me, how does your armor pick that lock?
So instead of going all out and just ripping the thing off, we're going to narrow it down to one little claw on the index finger is going to go into the lock and try to mess with the tumblers.
Oh, and you feel click, 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 click. and the door goes.
Good job, Darwin.
Thank you, Marisol. Thank you, Darwin. Darwin, that wasn't very nice of you. No, I agree. It was very funny, but...
If it was in instruction, you could just see Marisol just, face palming for a second. Okay.
So, what letter of the alphabet is number 23?
23.
Anybody know?
W.
D, E, F, G.
Yeah, it's somewhere towards the end.
That's 3 ways.
W? So maybe I equals W? And then what letter is 18?
Well, the thing is, you're working essentially with 2 sets of alphabet and numbers.
Yeah.
So you're going...
Okay, never mind.
The way it's looking is you have unciphered letter, ciphered letter, and then numeric modifier.
I'd like to try to do another intelligence roll to try to figure out which...
I'd like to buy a vowel.
I'd like to toss my room.
Okay, alright. At this point, since you know that there's been clues in the other rooms, you can actively toss your room, and I will give you that clue.
Hey, Damien.
Yes.
How about you go check out Blind Guy's over there? Go look at his room now that it's open.
I can hear you.
I know. Oh, if you can't see, you can't see the clues. So he's got the special sight.
So
He just reaches out and flicks your nosy. There, got you pretty good.
He's fairly certain he found all the clues in his room with his telepathic abilities. I guess telekinetic abilities would be the ones that found those, but he had a little bit more time in his room to look around.
Okay.
Well, not look per se, but
We're gonna keep doing that.
Damien, I have an idea.
Just one?
Well, I've got several, but I think you'll like this one. You'll hate this one the least. Can you get inside this? And Red's just going to stroll very lackadaisically toward the computer and just kind of gesture towards it. Can you get inside of this and maybe, with our link, maybe sweet talk it a bit?
Oh, I hate these infernal machines. Which one? He's just going to go around and put his hands on the keyboard like he's typing, and I'm going to go ahead and animate that computer.
Go ahead and make a roll for that.
All right.
Let's get through the firewalls.
Oh God, they catch on fire too.
I mean, they can.
Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh. So that is actually a failure by 1. The goal was 5 because it is very hard. So I'm going to tell you what happened. You can embellish a detail, though, on this challenge roll. So you feel that these computers have been warded against a presence like yours. They're not as secure as might have been, and it seems while you can't do what you are intending to by animating it, you can get one piece of information.
One piece of information.
As you backdoor it before they slam the spectral backdoor closed. If I had a nickel. I ain't afraid of a ghost.
I'm going to go ahead and take these back because I wonder if I'm...
I think it might just be different colors, just to be.
One piece of information. Circle back to me. I want to think about it for a second.
Okay, so while he's doing that,
Okay.
I want to look around the room that the computer is in.
Okay.
I'm just looking for, is there any more clues in that room? Does it look like disheveled, like papers anywhere?
No, it actually seems kind of like a professional headquarters. As far as an evil lair seems, it doesn't seem very evil.
I'm gonna start opening drawers. Is there
Okay.
desk drawers?
Yeah, there's desk drawers. It seems very functional. There's some paper clips and pens, flash drives, things like that. You see 2 hallways going down to your left and right, and then there's the 3rd hallway coming back from the way your cells were.
Which way did he run?
He went down the left hallway. If you were looking on from where y'all were coming.
Is the door still open?
No, the door is closed.
Do they have keypad locks on them?
No.
Is it just a door?
It is a door. You can tell from just looking around and seeing no other access points. Seems like it is right here at the security checkpoint where the doors are controlled.
Okay. Piece of information I would like.
Okay.
The names of those 2 prisoners who ran.
Okay. So the names of those people, you have Black Heron, and you have Streak. You know Black Heron is actually a member of your team.
Black Heron, a boy or girl?
Black Heron is a boy. What y'all would know, just given this, because y'all have worked for some time together, Black Heron is also a bird-shaped hero. He looks like the Black Heron. So in real world, Black Herons, very tall birds that cover the world in darkness so that they can eat fish. His powers are suitably the same. He controls darkness, and he actually also manifests darkness. So he has some... he can manifest the darkness into physical shapes. So.
Since my mind link can link up to 10 people, can I reach out to Black Heron?
You can try, by all means.
Right.
Now, do they have to be willing targets or no?
No, it doesn't say anything about willing.
Okay, alright.
Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And what is the range on that?
Range. Ooh. I'd have to look at the powers here real quick.
Okay. I'm not sure if it specifies a range
I don't think it specifies a range.
or not.
But
Because generally things that don't specify will affect close and distant, but not extreme. Extreme range falls into, if you look at the cheat sheet, greater than 5,000 feet.
telepathy. Within distant range.
Okay, so you reach out to him, and that would have very clearly succeeded. Unfortunately, he seems to be out of range at this point.
Well, Black Heron seems to have abandoned us.
He does have the power of flight, so it's not unheard of that he could be outside of that range.
Does that seem like who he is? I mean, working with him all this time, does it seem like he would have ran from a fight?
So both no and yes. So Black Heron is very much kind of an ambush predator, quote unquote. He doesn't prefer straight on fights. He likes to just do it all right up front and hit and run. So does it seem like he'd normally abandon y'all? No, but is this in keeping with his personality? Yeah, he could very much be setting up a surprise rescue or what have you. You can't reach him, so you don't know.
Either way, he doesn't appear to be in the area. He could be getting reinforcements, or he could have just left us here. I know he was trying to get my fish.
Better than trying to get your goat.
So, is he still in the computer, or are you out?
He didn't make it into the computer per se. So as he was trying to possess the computer and animate it, firewalls or spectral firewalls popped into place, and he was able to get a little bit of info before it popped him out.
So,
by the by, if it's important, I am playing to one of my flaws, which is compulsion
Okay.
to solve mysteries.
Okay. By all means, take a point of resolve. So, as a quick aside, in this system, it is great to not be perfect. And in fact, Steve should get a point of resolve as well, because he was playing into his insanity flaw whenever he was making jokes about sharing not entirely appropriate thoughts with everybody via the mind link. So you get points of resolve in this system for making your character come alive.
I would like to add that those thoughts were completely wholesome. They were just like different.
No. We've met you.
No, you've met me. You haven't met Greg.
Yeah.
You probably saw like a whole bunch of like kittens play fighting. It's like, oh, sorry, that one was too violent.
Dang it, Greg. Now I'm seeing like the rice hats and kung fu kittens and
I mean, that would make a great fanfiction.
right.
So, can I once again try my hyper touch to see at least the buttons that maybe he pushed to close the doors, where I could maybe open the doors again?
You can absolutely try.
I'd like to try to aid her by walking her through, like, oh, by the way, this is what Damien ran into. You're going to want to work around those.
Mm-hmm. Take 2 extra dice for that. And your goal right now is going to be 6, because it has been 6 successes, because it has been quite some time at this point.
Yeah.
But you got that.
3, 4, 5. Uh-oh.
6, 7.
6, 7.
Oh.
So you succeed. You can tell what buttons were pushed, but I get to embellish. So I'm actually going to take control on this one to give you your success. You see there is a total of 22 different buttons 26 different buttons that were pressed. You don't know which order they were pressed in, per se, but you know all 26 buttons.
On a keyboard.
On the keyboard.
So
yes.
pretty much every alphabetical.
No, not necessarily, because there's all sorts of numbers on there too.
Here's what I will give you.
Okay.
Some of the buttons may have been pressed multiple times, and I will give you. It looks like it lines up with this.
It looks like it lines up with.
Like, you don't know the order, but these seem to be the buttons that were pressed.
But I don't know how many times and.
Well, I mean, you know how many times you.
Well,
Which
but
door
not
was this?
each one.
It was WEIQ. Is that the giant?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying these are the exact letters that were pressed. They line up with the same number and frequency. And in fact, I will tell you the exact letters that were pressed.
Okay.
So I've got to see this.
If I equals 23, then perhaps this one is W. Don't know what E is.
Okay, so it looks like an A was pressed.
Okay.
And I'm not giving you how many there were.
Yeah.
It looks like there was an A pressed. There was an H pressed.
Okay.
There was an O pressed.
Okay.
There was an E pressed.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Y pressed.
Okay.
There was an S pressed.
Okay.
There was an R.
Okay.
And yes, I am using Wheel of Fortune. There was an L pressed.
Okay.
And a T pressed. Let me double check. An M pressed.
N as in Nancy?
M as in Mike.
Okay.
And U was pressed.
So that's only 11 letters, but I know 26 of them were pressed.
Well, 26 was a hint that it was the alphabet. You
Oh.
know there was a total of 16 total pressed,
Okay.
which
16 total.
means this was lining up with that. So those are the letters that were pressed. You just don't know how many and what.
Okay.
Was there a W pressed?
Nope.
No W's, so that.
Yeah. So no W's were pressed.
So much for that idea.
Okay. So it looks like the A that was pressed is part of a word. It is not an A by itself.
Let me see those letters here.
And if we have 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 4, something shot? Is there an SHOT on the list?
SHOT.
So I wonder if this is shot.
Let's type it in. Wait. Salute.
What letters are left?
Actually, do you mind if I, can I roll to see if I can figure out the possible words using intelligence from...
Of course, make an intelligence roll, and I'll give you a clue accordingly.
Everyone want to chip in with my mind link?
Sure.
Damien, Darwin, do you want to help?
I don't think he gets any stats.
And he does not.
So, ooh, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a lot of odds.
The goal was 3 because you've assembled a lot of clues, so you get complete success on this. So give me I will give you one letter. What is one letter that you want to know?
Alright, one letter. Let's see. So we want to learn A. We want to learn N. Is that the one that we want to learn? But N is not on here. So, let's see. We don't want to learn A. Let's learn...
Now, I will give you with this. Your hyper touch, these are the actual letters pressed. You know these are not matching up with these.
So we want to figure out what these are.
Yes, like I said, we basically have the actual letters, the shifted letter, and the amount of the shift.
Okay.
I'm sitting here running math in my head trying to figure out. we need a key point because we already have one.
So if we figure out what...
So this is actually the one
Z?
we probably need. Because if we can figure out the math on it.
Z plus 18 equals N. Which part are we trying to figure out? The circle?
Yeah, I need
Z.
I need the numerical representation of this.
The numerical representation of Z.
Circle.
All right, circle Z. The numerical representation of circle Z is 4.
So it would be
And
22 equals
Damien is on the correct track. Y'all actually have a key reference point in the clues that y'all have.
Yeah, so
So 22 equals N.
B equals modified F, which is a 5-point shift. Z was 4, you said?
Yes.
Or Circle Z was 4.
Circle Z was 4.
Okay. So what was that clue? C plus 18 is N, so it's 22.
Mm-hmm.
So N is 22. If A is 1, but not circle 1.
S-A... Let me see. We don't... is this the order that they're presented in above the blast door? W-E-I-Q?
You don't know
We don't know
the order.
You said, I'm going to type in... Or actually, Gregor's going to say, someone type in the word same.
Okay. Who wants to type in the word same?
Well, I'm already there, so I'll type in same.
Okay. You type in same. S-A-M-E.
Yes.
Ding. And it actually appears at the end.
At the end?
At the end.
Okay. So, we've got 1, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We're really playing Wheel of Fortune.
1, 2. I was thinking hangman.
I mean, that's it.
2, 3, and then this is same. Okay. So we've used this.
So,
this,
yeah, I
and
looked back
this.
above the door. What order are those letters in?
Okay. That's a fantastic question. I was
Of this
wondering
door?
if
Yes.
Okay, the explosion door.
Yeah, I want to
So-
make sure these are in the correct
they're
order.
not.
over the explosion door with 4 letters
Yeah.
is W-E-Q-I.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Because I was getting the letters S-E-A-M.
So it's
and like that.
S-A-M-E.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean these E's are A? I'm not asking you.
Okay.
Type.
Well, I was going to say, as he's looking over the door, I'm just running through how y'all have it set up. It is actually EPP, is how that's set up. The next one is CSY. The next one is XLI. The next one is EVI.
Okay. Okay.
So the
You,
I's are E's.
This is all.
you are all the same.
You.
Do you want to type that in?
Yeah.
Okay. Bling. Whoosh. And the doors all slide up. You hear a distinct humming stop, Damien, as the wards come down. And I think that is probably a good time to wrap this episode up.
You're a good time.
You should wrap up for a good time.
Well, what's really fun about that is y'all still have 2 clues that were in the exploded room that y'all never went into. So there were some more clues there for you, but y'all got to it. So I don't do many puzzles. Y'all won't have to deal with this very often. But
What do you think we are, role players?
I know
Shit.
what is this shit?
Where's the murder? Where's the hobo?
It's gonna happen with Black Heron since he left us.
The funny thing is, Steve beat me to it by about 2 letters.
Yeah, I could see y'all were both just right back and forth, nearly there. I was like, yeah, okay. And I was wondering if anyone was going to go back and look at the order the letters were in. So,
Yeah.
Well, that was...
Actually, I was only able to figure it out because you said it was 5 letters off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And then I started running them back, like W becomes S. And
that's the thing is, I thought it was a very simple cipher like that, but then a couple of the clues kind of contradicted that. So there's extraneous information that I was trying to whittle down.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder if the red, did that mean that they were fake clues?
No, the red was the key.
Yes.
That's the only one that said this letter equals this modified letter. So...
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining us on our off-season session. You can find us where all your favorite podcasts are, and don't forget to like and share. This is Mike with the Average Adventuring Party. Thanks for listening. Any outtakes or anything that you'll need? Any plugs?
I think you covered my spiel.
I'll plug you.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll be right back after these plug-in messages.
It'll take 30 seconds.
What are you going to do with the other 24 seconds?